Day one of the 2020 turkey season is a bust. Didn't hear a thing. Let's see. It's 9:15 right now. Walked just under 3.5 miles. Didn't hear a thing. Since they clear-cutted where I hunted last year, I don't know, they might have spooked out somewhere. Decided to hunt a new spot this morning. We've deer hunted out here before, early goose hunt, but never turkey hunted. Never heard anything before while out deer hunting or goose hunting. Decided to swing by yesterday and try calling after I got done over where I was in the morning where they clear cut and didn't see anything. And a conservation officer, he said that he had heard some here in the past, so I decided to come here last night and do some scouting. A lot of walking. Probably put on, I don't know, 4.5 miles or so. Never heard anything until late. It sounded very far away. So I decided to come in this morning. Got here about 5:30 and got to where this trail winds, and I was gonna head west on it when I heard a very faint gobble, and I was back towards the vehicle. I was able to get back going towards the vehicle, and I knew where to cut over to head more to where he was. I'd call, but I don't know if he was responding to me or if he was just calling. But it wasn't often. He was still sounding real far away, and as I got closer to the road, he still sounded like he was a little farther on the other side, but he probably only called about 6 times. And right now it's, let's see, 7:20. Haven't heard him probably over half an hour or so. Just decided to sit down and rest for a little while. Set up my blind just in case he decided to come. Haven't been over on this side. Well, this morning I sat up on the hill, kind of, I don't know, by an opening where I thought I saw a turkey roost last night, but I don't think it was, unless it was just a hen, but she never made any noise this morning. If it was, definitely didn't gobble. There's about 4 gobbles this morning. One was probably the same one yesterday morning that was across the road. One sounded down by the lake, or I don't know, by one of the beaver ponds. It actually sounded maybe like there's 2 there. Thought I heard one deep in the woods, but I don't know. It was just far away. They weren't anything close. So about, I think, 7:30ish, I decided to head towards the lake, and pretty much I think he was on a little island. I was calling, and he'd call back every now and then. But when he did a few and I couldn't pinpoint him exactly, and I ended up moving down to see if he would move down, try flying across, or I ended up actually getting to a spot where I was gonna, there's a small beaver ridge, I was gonna cross that and get to the island, but Then it sounded like he was actually more on the mainland, or there's another one that was in the mainland, in the trees, or in this clearing. So I headed over here and ended up getting set up kind of behind this brush here and looking at the road. Sounded like he's right back in those woods there. Called a few times, he'd gobble, but then ended up, I tried sneaking over and putting one of my pop-up decoys up on the road, but he ended up, I don't know, leaving. Maybe there's another one with him and they didn't want to come with. And sounded like they actually went farther away, but they were getting closer, so I don't know. Not sure what I'm gonna do now. I mean, it's getting close to 9 o'clock, so I think I'll probably head towards where he was and maybe see if we can get a little bit closer to him, get him to gobble again, or just kind of get on this ridge and high spot and set up in case they come back or something. I don't know. Just had a hen and a gobbler got out here, I don't know, probably a little after 6. About 6:45 I had called when I got down to this clear cut, and I heard a gobble, just a single gobble, and tried calling, nothing, calling, nothing. So I ended up just sitting here, ate my dinner, and all of a sudden I tried calling again with my slate call, and all of a sudden a hen starts answering. Keep calling, she's answering, getting closer and closer. All of a sudden I hear some leaves in front, probably 30 yards. She comes walking up. And she kind of could see me. And then I look behind her, coming to the side, and I see the Tom coming. I don't know, he must have seen me or something. I really didn't expect to see anything, so I have a little berm in front of me, but no cover up, but just sitting here, not moving. I mean, there's some brush, and he's still probably 40 yards away, but I don't know. I had stopped calling because I had seen him, and tried the mouth call. I don't know, maybe he didn't like that, or we kind of got back on the slate, and the hen just kind of stayed there, but I saw him take off. He went running back, so he's just sitting out in the field there. He's all fanned out. See him? Well, that's the end of day 3, and came, I guess, pretty close. That one was about 40 yards, but he was in the brush. The hen was maybe 25, no, probably 30. But, you know, he must have saw something, or she did something, and he just left and went back to the field. For the past, I don't know, half hour or so after that, he just sat there strutting. They finally worked off over between these two ponds here, so I was already planning on coming out here in the morning, maybe bringing the blind to give me a little bit more cover, and I'll bring the decoys, the Jake and my 2 pop-up hens. Maybe, I know he's got that hen, but maybe I can get him to leave her, or maybe she bounces out before. I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully those feet are gripped tight for in the morning. Let's try to sneak out here. It's a bit breezy, but it makes the decoys turn a little bit. He's right where I left him last night. Hopefully he decides to come over. He is answering to the call, so hopefully he comes over to check out what's over here. I can hear the hen yelping. She's getting closer, sounds like. Hopefully he follows her. He's strutting probably 60 yards. West of here. Same one from last night. I can see the missing tail feathers. There's a slight hill, so he can't see the decoys yet. He's still just strutting over there. He's actually breeding her right now. that concludes the Minnesota 2020 spring turkey season for me. I was able to harvest this nice tom here this morning. He's a young one. He nice long beard on him. You know, pretty colors. This is the same one that I roosted last night. He's got the missing center tail feathers. Got some little small nub spurs, a lot bigger than the two jakes I've gotten in the past. He ended up running off and laying down on the other side of that wood pile there. I ended up just going over there and putting another, and I'm just finishing him off. He would have died, but that dirt nap was in through him still, so we'll get some pictures going and pack up and carry everything back. Go back to the house and show the dogs and send out some pictures. So it's a nice one.